Epstein's never-ending reach. We gotta lock in. Viewer discretion is advised. You've been warned.
If you've been online at all for the past couple days, it's basically impossible to avoid the topic we're going to cover today. And that's because on Friday, January 30th, the United States Department of Justice, the DOJ, released another batch of the files pertaining to Jeffrey Epstein, an additional 3 million pages at that. There are now over 6 million files in the public record detailing the horrific crimes Epstein has committed, including chilling videos, images, and first-hand accounts from victims that have come out. Much of this content is being scrutinized for being poorly redacted, despite the DOJ ensuring multiple layers of review and quality
Yeah, he's a sick
control. However, the identity of at least 40 survivors have been revealed throughout the documents, with some admitting the experience to be re-traumatizing and disturbing. Some of these photos include the naked bodies of victims, unredacted, leaving publications like the New York Times to personally notify the Department of Justice to push for further redactions. Am I going fucking insane here? Is this not crazy? We should tell the government to redact more of their stuff. Hey, by the way, there's just uncensored photos here, you fucking morons. Oh, that must have slipped from the quality control. There are also reportedly thousands of redaction failures, and in some cases, duplicates of the same file were released with completely different redactions, revealing more information than intended.
How do you fuck up that bad? That's a pretty bad fuck up. I mean, if we're just being honest here, that's pretty bad.
Also, other strange, blatant errors, like a photo of Michael Jackson and Diana Ross with their children, redacted as if they're victims, despite it being a seemingly innocuous, publicly available photo. It seems like they're...
Yeah, like, did they... It makes you wonder, like, did they do that on purpose? Like, about Michael Jackson or whatever? Because, like, I don't know if the guy actually did what they said he did. You know what I mean? I've watched a lot of the stuff as far as like accounts from people who claim that he did stuff, and then accounts from people who claim that he never did anything like that. So I mean, I don't know. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. Like I feel like maybe that was like a sly thing for the government. It was like, yeah,
trying to redact things, or they're just blindly, if there's any kind of children or anything, they're just throwing it over there without knowing what's bad or what's public or any of that kind of stuff. Regardless, tons of new information is now available, and it's morbidly fascinating to see just how much reach this person has. Not only are various well-known powerful figures being named in these documents, Epstein also seems to have a hand in so much
shit.
More than you could ever imagine, from video game microtransactions to political influence on 4chan. In the interest of bringing more awareness to the story, we'd like to talk about some of the highlights as well as the internet discussions taking place around this subject. So, just to let you know, trigger fucking warning, all that stuff. It's insane. The absurdity of these files is unbelievable. I think more people should know about it. It seems like right now the discussion feels deafening with the amount of stuff that's happening and people know about it, but it is unbelievable still the amount of people that do not know, don't think it's real, or just don't care or whatever. So I would like to take time to talk about this, just to, I don't know, be a person being like, hey, by the way, this is going on. A lot of bad shit in this video, just letting you know. This is the warning.
Lock the fuck in. Because it's gonna get bad, boys. It's coming, it's gonna get bad.
One of the most reoccurring revelations we see throughout these endless editions of files is just how many high-profile people are involved. One of which being President Donald Trump, who is supposedly referenced well over 5,300 times, once more alleging all sorts of sexual misconduct and bolstering the idea that he was much closer to Epstein than he is willing to admit. And in response, he simply states that, quote, very important people told him that the information in the recent drop of the files absolves him, giving basically zero further details about whatever the fuck that means. People closely related to Trump were all...
So what does that mean? Does that mean like somebody that like hypothetically, let's say this dude right here was just somebody that he considered very important. Does that mean that like he would look at him and go, nah, you know what I mean? That ain't got nothing to do with you, pal. You're good. Like, I'm not trying to make light of it, I'm just saying.
Also named, like his Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick, he publicly stated that in 2005, he and his wife stopped associating with Epstein after an uncomfortable early interaction they had visiting his mansion located just next door to them in New York. After noticing a massage table in the center of the house, Epstein was told that he gets massages every day. He then stepped uncomfortably close to him and claimed he gets, quote, the right kind of massage, which supposedly revolted them so much they never wanted to see him again.
Socially, for business, even philanthropy. That guy was there. I wasn't going because he's gross.
This is all very suspicious considering that emails released.
And they could have turned his fucking mic up. I'm just saying.
in the files prove that he was planning a trip to Epstein's island in 2012, years later. Further documents even show that they planned to work together in 2018. The files make claims about even more world leaders. For example, FBI sources also claim that Jeffrey Epstein was the wealth manager of Vladimir Putin. The same goes for Zimbabwean President Robert Mugabe. Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, formerly known as...
God, what a ghastly looking gentleman. Look at that.
Prince Andrew, had his royal title stripped away due in part to his relationship with Jeffrey Epstein. While he constantly denies this, the new files show further conversations with Epstein on top of images of him kneeling over an unidentified woman who could potentially be a 25-year-old Russian woman and not a child. Other high-powered, wealthy people such as Steve Tisch, the co-owner of the New York Giants, were seen exchanging vulgar messages about women Epstein was planning on hooking up with, though he publicly states that he never took him up on his offer. I never did it.
I didn't do it. Fuck. Come on, guys.
It's not like I ever actually did it though. Football. Hut, hut, hey.
Whoa, get some.
Why did we trade Saquon? God. There are even big names in the tech space that are involved. Not just Sergey Brin, one of Google's co-founders, but Bill Gates himself. Even years after Epstein pled guilty to soliciting prostitution from minors in 2011, Bill Gates was continuing to spend time with them, despite his now ex-wife Melinda Gates urging him not to. This is part of the reason they got divorced in 2021. The recent files reveal allegations from Epstein that Bill Gates was cheating on his then wife and trying to hide a sexually transmitted disease he obtained from, quote, Russian girls. Part of the emails, which Epstein strangely only sent to himself, includes a claim that Gates was trying to request antibiotics that he would, quote, surreptitiously give to Melinda. Bill completely denies these claims, calling them absolutely absurd, which Epstein desperately wanted Gates to join a business venture, so the narrative...
They can't be too fucking absurd. If the emails exist, they can't be too fucking absurd. Quit lying, you son of a...
is that this is blackmail and the truth of the whole situation's unclear, but come on, dude. Well, that's the easiest thing too, is people can just say it's blackmail. No! Come on!
He was blackmailing people though. He get you in trouble and then be like...
I mean, don't get me wrong, he had fodder to blackmail you, but it's another thing too of I didn't talk to that guy anymore. It's like, you ain't hanging out with him after he got arrested for child sex trafficking in 2011? Kind of. He has jet skis. I really want to know the justification.
Come on, guys. He was a nice guy. Okay? He was a nice guy. It's okay to hang out with people like him as long as you don't do what they do.
When people are like, well, yeah, I talked to him, but it's just because I love fishing. I love deep sea fishing. That's the only place I could do it. God! Elon Musk and Epstein were connected as well. There are messages dating as far back as 2012 showing that he aimed to take a trip to Epstein's island. Once again, this is well after Epstein became a convicted sexual offender. Just putting that out there. 2011, 2012. It's a full year, a full calendar year. And one of these emails, Elon asks, what day/night will be the wildest party on your island? In a separate follow-up email,
anyone else think Epstein slightly looks like Thanos from the Avengers? I'm not trying to make the comparison, but I mean...
it reads, quote, do you have any parties planned? I've been working to the edge of sanity this year, and so once my kids head home after Christmas, I really want to hit the party scene in St. Bart's or elsewhere and let loose. The invitation is much appreciated, but a peaceful island experience is the opposite of what I'm looking for.
Whoa.
What the fuck does that mean? I want to get rough.
I don't care if he's like, he had amazing jet skis and whatever. With everything we know now, how else could you take it? I want to get wild.
That's like saying the same thing to Diddy. I want to get wild at the Diddy party.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Oh, if Diddy was like, I want to throw another whiteout party, whatever. You kind of look at that in a different fucking light now, too. I want to get, yeah, exactly. Diddy and me should get loose at your island party. And I don't mean a calming thing. I want to get fucking buck wild. Also, mind you, you're emailing this to a guy that got arrested for child sex trafficking a year before. That's like going up to the BTK killer and being like, can you teach me how to fucking tie some knots? Is it not? Oh, I mean, he knows how to tie knots. Yeah. Holy fuck. These messages are absurd considering Elon had long since attacked people for associating with Epstein, including Donald Trump himself, as recent as last year. Also, there was some other emails shared around, like the girls for the win or the epic vacation email meme is not real, apparently. So, you know, just saying. There's a couple that there are files of the emails that are real and some that are not. The one being where fucking Epstein called Elon, like, I don't know, like a fucking buzzkill or something like that.
I'm so sorry, Elon. You just missed J.E. He actually told me he was thinking of winding down the entire Little St. James operation. Bummer! If it starts up again, we'll be sure to let you know.
That one's fake, even though people were like, that is awesome. Which also, that's another thing too, is people being like, that is so funny that Epstein thought Elon was a buzzkill. And you're like, that's hysterical, actually. God. One of the many FBI tips related in the files are from a woman who alleges that she was drugged and sexually abused on many occasions. She claims rapper Pusha T was one of her, quote, handlers, and that she once woke up in a room with both Jay-Z and Harvey Weinstein. Good fucking God.
Ugh.
Monsters, right?
The files are also filled with various forms of media that are quite unnerving, not just images of young children, but locations from Epstein Island that have ignited all sorts of conspiracy theories online. And these photos range from bizarrely designed buildings like striped houses to what seems to be a dentist's office surrounded by poorly crafted face masks resembling real known figures. Just very like weird, culty, like it almost makes it seem like every conspiracy theorist that you hear about this shit was right.
If you weren't scared of dentists before, I bet you are now. You son of a...
Really?
Well, there's a lot of emails that I saw. I don't know if they're actually real, but they're doing things of like, I want a cheese pizza and like a.
Well, I was gonna say the Pizzagate thing. Everyone laughed about that. Whatever.
But, yeah,
That shit ain't funny no more.
From what I understand, it's like the one pizza place they were pointing to wasn't actually like that was innocent, supposedly.
I'm just saying, if you're in Jeffrey Epstein's email list, emailing a motherfucker about cheese pizza, you don't have to be a waterhead to realize that that motherfucker ain't talking about cheesy bread. All right? Am I wrong? I mean, like, it's just one of those things where it's like, why are we even giving this the benefit of the doubt? You know? Well, I mean, who knows? It's like, we got enough proof. Okay? Ain't no way. I'm not fucking messaging Jeffrey Dahmer about breadsticks and soda pop. Hey, Jeff, you want to go get breadsticks and soda pop? You're talking about a fucking Puerto Rican guy at a gay club. You know what I mean? Am I wrong? Good God. Ugh. One of the most unexpected discoveries is that Epstein might be partially responsible for microtransactions in the biggest FPS of all time, Call of Duty. In an email from 2012, 4 months before microtransactions were added to Black Ops 2, former Activision CEO Bobby Kotick thanked Epstein for an offer and for the fun he had with him and his team of experts. Throughout a specific email conversation among Pablos Holman, Epstein, and Bobby Kotick, the trio discusses this topic and are all in agreement. Pablos is also quoted saying, quote, "I'm all for indoctrinating kids into an economy. People took it to the next level by giving the claims validity simply because the abbreviation for the name of the in-game currency in Call of Duty is called fucking CP. How? How? These conversations occurred around the same time that Epstein was banned from Xbox Live. In December of 2013, Epstein's account was banned for, quote, harassment threats and or the abuse of other players, meaning he was on mic potentially arguing with teens or young adults and threatening them. Enough so that you get kicked from the fucking game, even though you know personally the fucking guy who made the game. And they were still like, we have got to kick him. He had that much time. How much time do billionaires have?
All the time in the world.
You
baby.
have all the time in the world. You get to a spot where I'm guessing it's just the money is just coming and you don't have to do anything, to where you have enough time to literally be in a room.
I gotta be honest with y'all, that's like one of the first times I've ever been like speechless. I've never made that connection. Never would have. What kind of weird shit is that, dude? What are we doing here? Where do we live? Fuck.
Alone with yourself on mic yelling at children in Call of Duty. This is not the only reason he was banned. Xbox would send a second message revealing that they also banned him for being a registered sex offender. Good on Xbox. Oh shit. Okay.
Wait, that came second?
Yeah, I was gonna say that came second. Well, this adult is verbally abusing children. Oh, nope, he's a sexual offender. Okay, no more Call of Duty and Halo for you, buddy. The reason bad.
The Xbox was like, oh, he cannot say that. Oh, yeah, you gotta go, buddy. Delete.
Files also revealed that Epstein was an avid enjoyer of Battle Royale games. In an email, Epstein was excited about the upcoming Battle Royale mode added to Black Ops 4 and wanted to buy stock in Activision, thinking it would be a big success. And in the same email, he also mentions Fortnite, which online investigators found was allegedly one of his favorite games. There are pages of documents mentioning Fortnite, and one in particular showed that Epstein had purchased $26 worth of V-Bucks.
What the
led
fuck,
down
dude?
to a rabbit hole that allegedly uncovers his old account by matching the username Little Jeff1.
Littlest Jeff.
Littlest
Littlest Jeff 1. Littlest Jeff 1. Fuck, that is disturbing.
By matching the username LittlestJeff1 to a YouTube email that showed the account had the same name. Here's the thing, saying about that and the video game stuff, because it sounds absurd and like, who gives a fuck? It's just the sheer reach. And it's just that it is in everything. It's fucking makes you just, like in every aspect of life, of anything, it seems like this motherfucker had his hand in it. It's insane. 4chan is notorious for dark and seedy posts, but it turns out that Epstein might have had a hand in creating one of its most polarizing pages. The poll board is one.
God almighty, dude. Where was this man not at?
The most active boards in all of 4chan and is known for cultivating a lot of horrible beliefs that are now popular in American politics. Epstein was a regular user of 4chan, and one of his favorite places to visit and share was the U board, or the 4chan Yuri board. He also regularly viewed Overwatch porn, and at one point emailed a Five Nights at Freddy's porn gift to a friend from a thread about Mercy Doggy Styles POV. What? Mercy
Wow.
Doggy Style POVs with the subject, quote, amazing animations.
A true purveyor of the arts.
A true purveyor of the arts. What's interesting about this is just that, like, I feel like sometimes people think it's like this extravagant, eyes wide shut, oh, it's mansions and it's delicate and it's fine art. And it's like, no, he's just as, it's all the shit that like is normalized with normal culture and your regular down to earth people, whatever. It's like, no, this is still the same shit that they're sending each other, except they have their hands in everything. He also.
Yeah, and they're just fucking predators. It's not devilish fine arts and dark chocolate candies. It's fucking just straight predators, bro.
Had ties to 4chan's creator Chris Poole and was very fond of him, often calling him, quote, interesting and bright. In a recent released email, both Epstein and Chris met up and chatted a day after political user board was created, leaving many to believe that Epstein had some sort of influence in the creation of the board. And if true, this would mean he is responsible for creating some of the most heinous online cultures and movements within the last 2 decades. This bombshell discovery led to people scrubbing the board for any post from or related to Epstein, and this led to a post from 2019 alleging that Epstein was swapped out with a decoy inmate the morning he was found dead. Roberto Grijalava was a guard at the Metropolitan Correctional Center, where Epstein was held, and made a post on the political board on the day
I would, dude, with the way everything is right now, I would not be a bit as shocked if this motherfucker was still alive, sitting somewheres right now, just playing Fortnite as the littlest of Little Jeff 2. You know what I mean?
Epstein was found hanging in a cell. In the post, he alleges that at 4:15 a.m., Epstein was removed from his cell and taken to a medical care in a wheelchair, but not a single nurse on duty ever saw or spoke to him. Next, an unmarked van pulls up and a man in a military gear gets out of the back. The van did not sign in and the license plate was never recorded. After that, Epstein was moved to a single-person cell where he was found dead that morning. At first, people were skeptical of the claim until documentation was found confirming that Roberto was working at the correctional facility at this time. Not only that, but the post was subpoenaed for court records. With all this talk around 4chan, another famous theory has been revived now that more files have been released. Pizzagate was a massive conspiracy theory in 2016, which alleged that high-ranking members of the Democratic Party were linked to a pedophilia ring located inside a local pizza shop in Washington, D.C. The reason for its revival is that numerous files use the word pizza in different contexts, such as head counts for pizza and asking if anyone in Austin wanted pizza. During the original Pizzagate scandal, people began incorrectly linking foods to children using keywords like ice cream, cheese, or hot dogs. Now it seems like people are doing the same thing, making large assumptions about the connections between specific food-based words and the evil things that took place on Epstein's island. It's important to take all this with a grain of salt, as many of the
There's also a lot of videos, too, of a lot of, like, famous people saying strange shit about pizza. Like, you know, well, why the fuck do they always got to bring it up, like, right in front of you on TV, like on the Ellen show and fucking, like, a bunch of interviews and stuff. You constantly hear them talking about, oh, they make great pizza. There was pizza everywhere. Everybody loved pizza. I know you motherfuckers aren't eating pizza like that, you sick bastards.
messages are strange and could be interpreted as cryptic. But due to the evil things that are actually occurring, it's almost like anything and everything is possible. There was a lot of disinformation in 2016, and many people are concerned that the same thing is happening again with the recent revival of this topic. Many popular claims online are being proven false by the day, so I'm sure even when this comes out, shit will have been proven false. So you gotta do the research, so take everything we're saying with a grain of salt. For example, one post gaining tons of traction online is that Epstein had a bank account named Ball after a religious demonic figure. This is likely because of a typo in a document after it was scanned through an OCR software that was the phrase bank name replaced with ball name. Which I don't know, dude. Motherfucker probably does have a bank account named Ball.
I'm just being honest by this point, dude. You never fucking know this guy. Freak.
Yeah, that's where they draw the line.
I'm the devil. Yeah, exactly. It's probably bank. No, probably motherfucker thought he was the devil. Okay? Because of how powerful and wide-reaching Jeffrey Epstein was, it seems like he had an influence in way more than you would expect. It's hard to make sense of it all. But don't let the goofier side of these conspiracy theories and the jokes online deter you from the fact that this person has committed some of the most fucked up crimes in recent human history, and that it's involved with so many people that are in the public light. I mean, it's just fucking insane. And now it's become so normalized where people will joke about like, oh, are you on Epstein's list? That I feel like it's like not keeping in mind just how fucking horrible it is, you know. I know people in time, as time goes on, the more, you know, it's almost like 9/11 jokes or it's whatever, where it's just a horrible atrocity, but over time we're able to stomach it. But it feels like even after this person has been gone, so much more is still being revealed, and like it feels like the shit's still going on, you know.
It's like a nasty onion, dude. You peel away one thick ass layer, dude, and there's like 30 more thick ass layers under it that just keeps going and keeps going and keeps going.
Finding out more about these fucking evil people that are still walking among us, it's just fucking creepy. And I want to take time to, you know, just talk about it. It's fucking insane, man. It's fucking absolutely insane. Also, some of the emails too, is it real about the whole, like, what is it, George Bush eating baby shit out of people's intestines or like, or whatever the fuck it is? Some of these claims are so insane. In your brain, my initial reaction to it is there's no way. But at the same time, there's a fucking pedophile island where people go vacation and have fun at. I don't know anymore, dude. I don't know.
I can't wait for the Netflix documentary.
And Netflix will be right there. Can we make a documentary of it? Or that motherfucker who makes the monster show.
The dude that makes a monster show would probably definitely have one, but I think Netflix is like, you know, I think they've done some questionable shit. I'm not going to say they're like intertwined with him, but they've definitely done some questionable shit. Trying to push things and make it seem normal. Yeah, man, you don't know. Like, I mean, like, nobody knew this fucking guy was walking around, dude. Like, nobody knew he was walking around. Nobody knew how much reach he had. Nobody knew, like, how many of his fingers was in the pasta, per se. Okay? It's a stupid fucking analogy, but, you know what I'm saying. It's just fucking scary, dude. How many more of these motherfuckers exist? How many more people's fingers are in the cookie jar? You know what I mean? I don't know, dude. Freaked out.
Oh, yeah. Monster Jeffrey Epstein, and he'll try to do something to make him like, well, this is why he did it. He like always sympathizes the fucking serial killers. Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
Whatever. I don't know. It's this is just such a crazy topic. Once again, don't let the jokes and conspiracy theories deter you from the fact that this shit is real. I mean, it's still fucking happening. You think it's just stopping with Jeffrey Epstein's island? Fuck no, dude. It's all over the place.
Yeah, it's fuck, man.
If you've been online at all for the past couple...
Yeah, it's fucked, man. I don't really know what to say about the guy, dude. Like, I mean, it's just some wild claims in there, and I guess, you know, go find the emails and the photos and whatnot, read them for yourself, and W Meat Canyon, bro. Next video.